If I had to start learning KDP today, I'd do almost everything differently than I did back then. And honestly, you're even lucky you're starting in 2026, not 10 years ago, but only if you avoid the trap most beginners fall into. Most people approach learning KDP completely backwards. They consume everything, every YouTube video, every Reddit thread, every course promising secrets. They're trying to learn it all before they start anything. So what happens? Information overload, analysis paralysis. They never actually publish their first book. Or worse, they actually start, but with the wrong foundation. So when things don't work immediately, they quit. They think KDP doesn't work, when really, they just learned things in the wrong order. So in this video, I'm not giving you another step-by-step tutorial. Instead, I'm showing you exactly how I'd learn KDP if I were starting fresh today. The order I'd learn things, what I'd ignore, what I'd prioritize, and the mental models that would save me months of confusion. Why 2026 is actually the best time. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Is KDP saturated? Is AI ruining everything? Am I too late? I get this question constantly, and I'm gonna flip it for you. 2026 is actually the best time to learn KDP, but only if you're smart about it. Why? Because better tools are available now. AI writing tools, formatting software, research platforms that didn't exist 5 years ago. But here's the catch. You need to know which ones actually matter. Most people waste time learning tools that they don't even need. There's more information out there. The knowledge exists, case studies, strategies, what works and what doesn't, but the advantage goes to people who know what to learn and what to ignore. That's the skill. The market has matured, which means we're not guessing anymore. We know what works, we have data, we understand Amazon's ecosystem better than ever. But these advantages only help you if you learn strategically. Otherwise, you'll drown in tools that you don't need and information that doesn't move the needle. So here's how I do it. The learning framework, learn in layers. Most people try to learn everything before they start, and that's the mistake. Here's what I do instead. I learn in 3 layers, each building on the last. Think of it like building a house. You don't even think about the furniture or upholstery until you've even gotten the electrical and plumbing sorted out. You don't decorate before you have the basics, the foundation. The same with KDP. That's why layer 1 is all about building a solid foundation. Your only goal at this point is simple. Publish your first lead magnet. That's it. Not a full-length book, not a series, just one 10,000 word lead magnet. A lead magnet is a free short book, usually around 10,000 words, that you give away in exchange for someone's email address. So it's a complete story, it's good quality, but you're not selling it. You're using it to build your email list. You see, most people jump straight into publishing books for sale on Amazon, thinking that they'll start generating royalties right away. But here's the problem. Without an audience, how are you supposed to make sales immediately? You're competing against authors who already have thousands of loyal readers. And that's exactly what the lead magnet solves. You set up a simple landing page on a platform called BookFunnel. Readers give you their email to download your free book. Then they get a welcome email with their book, and boom, they're on your email list. This book goes live on BookFunnel forever, collecting emails and building your audience 24/7, even while you sleep. So why create this first before your actual book number 1? Because when you launch your first paid book on Amazon, you need people ready to buy it on day 1. And that first wave of sales tells Amazon that your book is worth promoting to more readers. Without a list, you're launching to crickets. With a list of 1,500 to 2,000 subscribers, you're launching with real momentum. Plus, here's the bonus. Creating your lead magnet teaches you the entire publishing process, hiring ghostwriters, editing, formatting, covers. Once you've done it at 10,000 words, you'll understand exactly how the whole system works. Then your first full book is just the same process, but longer. And as you can appreciate, there's actually a lot involved in getting there. So let me break down the mini milestones you'll need to hit. Mini milestone number 1, pick your profitable niche. You'd start by looking at Amazon's bestseller charts. You want to find a niche where the number 1 book has a bestseller rank around 500 and the number 100 book is around 10,000. That sweet spot tells you there's a real reader demand. The most profitable niches we've seen work fast are contemporary romance and its sub-niches like mafia romance, billionaire romance, or small town romance. Mini milestone number 2, understand the book creation process. Remember that as a publisher, you're not writing the books yourself. You're full-time ghostwriter and your lead magnet is 10,000 words. That's manageable, and that keeps your costs low, probably $100 to $200 at 1 cent to 2 cents per word. You'd learn how to outline a story or use AI tools to help, how to brief a ghostwriter, and how to quality check their work. In FPA, we actually show students how to use AI to create outlines and even write drafts, but we always recommend having a human editor review everything because quality matters more than speed at this stage. Mini milestone number 3, set up your business tools. You need 4 things: book funnel, where your lead magnet lives and readers download it; MailerLite or similar to collect emails and send newsletters; a pen name, which is the author name that you'll publish under; and basic branding, so just enough to look professional. And these tools take 1 afternoon to set up. Don't overthink it. Just get them working. Mini milestone number 4, get your lead magnet formatted and get a cover. Your book needs a cover. It needs to be formatted for an ebook. These don't have to be perfect, they just have to be good enough. So for covers, you'd look at the top 100 books in your niche and notice the patterns. What fonts, what colors, what style. Then you'd hire someone on Fiverr for $20 to $50 to create something similar. Formatting can be done in Microsoft Word or with free tools. Again, simple is fine for your lead magnet. And at this stage, I would deliberately skip advanced marketing strategies. You don't need them yet because you can't market a book that doesn't exist. I also would steer clear from complicated research tools. Keep it simple at first. You're learning the basics. I'd also avoid overwhelming myself by learning Amazon ads or any ads for that matter. There are other things that would move the needle for me if I learn them first, which I'll get to in a minute. Once you publish that lead magnet and set up your book funnel page, you'll have something real. You're not in theory land anymore. You're a publisher with an actual book collecting actual emails. So think of publishing your lead magnet not as your moneymaker, but as your education. Once that lead magnet is collecting emails, you're not a newbie anymore. That's when you move to layer 2. Layer 2 is all about optimization. And at this stage, your goals are to learn 1, how to publish your first full-length book on Amazon KDP, and 2, how to grow your email list to 1,500 to 2,000 subscribers. Now things get real. Now you're building a business that can generate income. Mini milestone number 1, create your first 30,000 word book. This is your first book for sale on Amazon. So start with 30,000 words to keep costs manageable. You'd use the same ghostwriter who did your lead magnet if they did well. Same niche, same process, it's just longer. The key is to not overthink this. Your first book doesn't need to be a masterpiece. It needs to be good enough to publish. And then you optimize based on what you learn. In FPA, we teach students to focus on getting books 1 to 3 out quickly because that's when you start seeing patterns. You learn what readers respond to. You see what tropes perform. Mini milestone number 2, learn Amazon's optimization system. This is where I'd focus on learning. For keywords, Amazon gives you 7 keyword strings, up to 50 characters each. You'd go to Amazon's Kindle store, type in your main tropes, and write down what auto suggests. These suggestions are literally what readers search for. We call this the drop-down method because you're using Amazon's own data to tell you what works. Categories. You pick 3 categories where you can realistically rank in the top 100. Not the most competitive categories, winnable categories. The strategy is to find successful books like yours, scroll to their product details, and see what categories they're in. Then copy that strategy. Book description, blurb. Your blurb follows a simple formula. Hook them fast, show the conflict, leave them hanging. We have a whole system in FPA for writing blurbs that convert. It's one of the most important skills because readers decide whether to buy based on your blurb, not on how well chapter 7 is written. Covers and titles. Your cover needs to look like the bestsellers in your niche. Your title should include 2 to 3 tropes so readers know exactly what they're getting. So simple test, show someone your cover and title for 3 seconds. Can they tell you the genre and main trope? If not, fix it. Mini milestone number 3, set up your KDP account properly. You go to kdp.amazon.com, sign up, add your bank info where the royalties will go, and add your tax information. Then you set up Author Central, which is your dedicated author page on Amazon. This takes 10 minutes and can potentially double your long-term sales because readers can follow you for automatic new release notifications. Most beginners skip this. Don't. Mini milestone number 4, grow your email list. While you're creating your first book, your lead magnet is out there working. It's collecting emails 24/7. Your goal is to hit 1,500 to 2,000 subscribers before you launch your first book, because you can't launch successfully without an email list. Think of it this way. When you launch, you need people who are ready to buy on day one. That first wave of sales tells Amazon your book is worth promoting. Without a list, you're launching to crickets. And with a list, you're launching with momentum. And at this stage, you're making what you already built better. You're seeing what works. You have real data. Do it this way, and you'll learn faster by publishing and adjusting than by planning forever. Once you've hit all those mini milestones, that's when you're ready for layer 3. Layer 3, scaling. So this is month 4 plus, build the system. Your goals at this stage are to launch your first book strategically, publish 2 to 3 books, and then start building sustainable income. This is where KDP stops being a side project and starts becoming a real business. Mini milestone number 1, execute a proper book launch. Most beginners publish on a random Tuesday with no plan and wonder why nothing happens. Here's what you learn by doing instead. 30 days before launch, you'd schedule your launch date and start booking newsletter swaps on BookClicker. Newsletter swaps are when you promote another author's book to your email list and they promote yours to theirs. It's free marketing. During launch week, you do 4 newsletter swaps per day. This floods Amazon with sales in a short window, which tells Amazon's algorithm that your book is hot. Pricing strategy, you'd price at 99 cents for the first few days to maximize sales velocity. Then raise to $2.99 to $4.99 once you've got momentum. This is why we teach students that launch strategy is what separates publishers who succeed from those who struggle. You can have a great book, but if no one sees it, it doesn't matter. Mini milestone number 2, build your publishing pipeline. Now you're thinking about books 2, 3, and 4. You're not publishing randomly. You have a system. You'd learn how to manage multiple ghostwriters at once, how to keep quality consistent across your books, how to plan your publishing calendar, 1 book a month or every 6 weeks, how to track your expenses and royalties. And this is where you stop being a beginner and start being a business owner. Mini milestone number 3, start learning marketing. Once you have 3 to 5 books out, this is when you start testing ads, not before, because ads only work if you have a backlist. Someone clicks your ad, buys book 1, loves it, and then buys books 2, 3, and 4. That's how you generate income profitably. If you only have 1 book, then ads are usually a money pit. Layer 3 is also when I'd start learning about building your ARC, your advanced reader copy team for reviews, running paid newsletter promotions through BookClicker, using Facebook ads. So this is an advanced strategy for later. We don't even introduce ads to our students until Module 6 because we've seen too many students waste money on ads before they're ready. Mini milestone number 4, develop your series strategy. This is where the magic happens. You're not just publishing random books. You're building a series that keeps readers coming back. You'd learn how to use recurring tropes across all your books. This creates brand consistency. Write cliffhangers and hooks in your back matter that pull readers to the next book. Build your backlist where every book supports the others, or create box sets to maximize income. One student in FPA started with a single lead magnet. 3 months later, she had 5 books out. A year later, her backlist was generating consistent monthly income because every book was selling the next book. That's the power of a series strategy. Why do I save all this for layer 3? Because you can't scale what doesn't work yet. If your foundation isn't solid, if you're still figuring out niche selection or quality control, adding complexity just amplifies your problems. But once layers 1 and 2 are solid, then this is where people start seeing the kind of income that changes their lives. Not overnight, but consistently, predictably. And that's the whole point of learning in layers. Each one builds on the last. Nothing is wasted, nothing is out of order. The 20% that drives 80% of results. Now, if I could only focus on 3 things, if I had to strip everything else away, here's what I'd prioritize. Because not everything matters equally. There's a 20% that drives 80% of your results. Priority 1, niche selection. This is the foundation everything else is built on. If I were starting today, I'd spend time here. Not months, but I'd be strategic. Here's what I look for: a niche with demand, manageable competition, and something I can commit to for at least 10 to 20 books. Think of it like the Goldilocks principle. Not too hot, those are the overly saturated niches where competition is brutal. Not too cold, those are the niches where everybody's buying. Just right. That sweet spot where there's demand. You can compete and you can stay interested. A lot of people pick a niche because it's trending or because someone said it's profitable. Then they publish 2 books and they're already bored or overwhelmed. So pick something that you can stay committed to, because consistency is what wins. Priority number 2, quality control. Your reputation is your business. If I were starting over, I would never publish a book I haven't read or vetted myself. Never. I'd build relationships with reliable ghostwriters and editors early. I'd test people with smaller projects before trusting them with bigger ones. I'd have standards and I'd stick to them. This one thing separates publishers who last from those who don't. Because here's what happens. You publish a few books with poor quality, you get bad reviews, your account health suffers. Amazon stops promoting your books, and you're stuck wondering why KDP doesn't work. It's not KDP, it's quality control. In 2026, with AI tools making it easier to churn out content, quality is even more important. Readers can tell, Amazon can tell. The market rewards quality and punishes slop. Priority number 3, consistent publishing. 1 book won't change your life, but 10 books might. 20 books probably will. If I were starting today, I'd commit to a publishing schedule I could actually maintain. Not one that sounds impressive. One I can stick to. Maybe it's 1 book per month. Maybe it's 1 every 6 weeks. The number matters less than the consistency. The beauty of consistency is that it compounds. Each book supports the others. Your backlist grows. Your income stabilizes. You start seeing patterns in what works. Consistency beats intensity every single time. The learning accelerators. All right, so you've got the framework, you know the priorities. Now let me show you how I'd speed up the learning curve. Accelerator number 1, community over isolation. I'd find other people learning KDP, not just watching from the sidelines, but actually doing it. Share wins, share failures, learn from each other's tests. Here's the key. I join 1 community and actually engage. Not 10 communities where I'm lurking, just 1 where I'm active. Because learning happens faster in community. You see what's working for others. You avoid mistakes that they've already made. You stay motivated when things get hard. Accelerator number 2, track everything. I'd keep a simple spreadsheet from day 1. I'd track what I published, when, what happened, sales, reviews, what worked, and what didn't. This becomes your personal case study library. And 6 months from now, when you're trying to figure out why 1 book is outperforming another, you'll have the data. Your future self will thank past you for this. Accelerator number 3, treat it like a real business from day 1. I'd set up basic systems early, like file organization, bookkeeping, publishing checklists. Because here's what happens when you don't. You hit book 10 and you can't remember which ghostwriter wrote which book. You can't find your cover files. You're scrambling every single time you publish. It's exhausting, yet highly preventable. I'd act like a business owner learning a craft, not a hobbyist hoping for luck. Accelerator number 4, invest in education strategically. Free information is great for breadth. You can learn a lot on YouTube, Reddit, Facebook groups, but paid courses are valuable for depth and structure if they're from people who are actually doing it. If I were starting today, I'd find 1 trusted source and go deep, not sample 20 different voices. 1 clear path, start to finish. Because of course, you can absolutely learn KDP on your own. People do it all the time. It'll take longer, you'll make more mistakes, but it's doable. Or you can learn from someone who's already made those mistakes, someone who's tested the strategies and knows what works in 2026. That's actually why I created Fiction Profits Academy. It's the structured learning path I wish I had. If you want to check it out, links in the description. Learning KDP in 2026 is not harder than it was 5 years ago. It's just different. And if you learn strategically in the right order with the right priorities, you can build something real. Start with layer 1. Pick a niche, find a ghostwriter, publish your first book. You can always optimize later. And if you want the full roadmap, Fiction Profits Academy breaks it all down step by step. Check out the link in the description.